So what's your philosophy on self-improvement? Oh man, I just think I really, to be completely honest with you, um that principle, that biblical principle, love your neighbor as yourself, which inherently means in that statement, um is you cannot truly love your neighbor and unless you love yourself, true love. And so first you have to examine and look at love and what that is and how that can apply to yourself. And so once you apply it to yourself, then you can apply it to other people. So I do a lot of self-examination, but all of it is from a place of like, am I loving myself? Um, am I loving who I am? Am I loving who I am in the moment? Um, do I appreciate that about myself? And like even examining things like, the fear of rejection. Like if I'm, you know, afraid that I'm going to get rejected by somebody or whatnot. This is a common thing that everybody deals with. Um, People don't often think maybe you're afraid to be rejected because you don't like who you are, because you think that you're a person who people reject, that you're not good enough for people. Like, but if you really loved yourself, then you would like the people who truly do love themselves, they don't have a fear of rejection because they're like, well, if you don't like who I am, it's because you don't know me. Or if you don't like who I am, you're a crazy person, you know? And so I think a lot of self-help, self-improvement can be boiled down to you examining yourself and knowing and practicing loving yourself, and out of that place loving other people and what that looks like. But you can really discover and find how to truly love other people when you actually learn how to love yourself. Because when you learn how to love yourself, then it comes from this place of when helping other people, it's from this place of empathy and sympathy, because it's like, I'm a human being too. I've been there too. And I deal with the same thing. You're not alone. I see this in my life, seeing your faults, and seeing how they can be mended and healed. Um, yeah, I think just my philosophy in all of it comes from a place of biblical principles of love your neighbor as yourself. There is no fear in love. Um, even I guess one other principle that I like is from Psalms 100. It says, man, I'm not going to be able to quote it, but it's basically saying, opening the gates of heaven with thanksgiving. I think giving thanks and gratitude goes a long way into creating your own place of joy in your life. And so it's really just a few principles that I take and I apply to everything, but a big part of it is learning to love yourself and learning to overcome fear, and replacing that fear with love. I think if you examine any situation um, in anybody's life, including your own, it can be boiled down to those principles. And when you apply those principles and look at those principles, then you can pretty much figure these things out. At least I know that I have. So I guess that's my philosophy, if you will.